fans who show up early and they watch the warm-up, and siyempre, Filipinos there. Alapag! And they're like, Coach, why are they calling you? I'm like, I don't know. Coach, can we have a picture? And they're like, Coach, they want a picture with you? I'm like, it also shows how old we are now. Yes. Kasi dati, bata sila. Now they're all professionals.
They're all professionals.
English is limited.
Hey, my Tagalog is getting better.
Welcome to Balyahan with GB and RDO. Kwentuhan, asaran at opinyon na may banggaan. Kasama sina GB Labrador at Rani Del De Ocampo, powered by SportsPlus. Easy lang.
Oo, saya mo ngayon, ha?
Yes, super.
Nakita mo ang iyong long-lost brother.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But, totoo, sa lahat ng mga listeners, excited din tayo lahat to have this
bumalik.
Player to come back home. Unahin muna natin ang mga achievements niya sa PBA. Parang ano siya, parang
meron niya, marami yan.
We will do the boasting for you.
Yeah.
Because we're proud of all of your achievements. Una, 6-time PBA champion. 2-time PBA Finals MVP, PBA Most Valuable Player 2011, PBA Best Player of the Conference 2011, 11-time PBA All-Star, PBA All-Star Game MVP, 3-time PBA Mythical First Team, PBA Rookie of the Year, PBA Order of Merit, 2-time PBA 3-point shootout champion, 50 greatest players in PBA history, jersey number 3, retired by the TNT Tropang Giga, the new head coach of the NLEX sa PBA.
Assistant din ng Assistant coach
player development coach for Sacramento Kings sa NBA. Ang daming memes na lumabas dito na siya na yung bagong head coach ng Golden State Warriors na naniwala ako once in a while.
Kasi tayo maniniwala tayo.
Naniwala ako, finally. Pero isa sa mga nagpa-proud sa atin.
Lalo na sa Gilas.
Paiyak sa atin sa Gilas.
Big shot.
Big shot 3 that talagang narinig ng buong Pilipinas yung sigaw mo. Ewan ko kung narinig mo sa MOA yan for sure.
MOA Arena.
But everyone was shouting and crying. Walang iba, mga kabalyahan.
Mighty Mouse,
Coach Jimmy Alapag.
Welcome, Coach.
Oy!
Thank you.
Welcome back, Coach.
Thank you guys. Thank you for having me.
Welcome to Balyahan.
Thank you. Looks good.
Yeah. Kamusta? How are you coming back home? How meron bang unang ginawa mo when you kumain ka bang sisig ganyan or
fried chicken?
Siyempre, saya kasi coming back this time kasama yung family. Not just yung asawa ko pero all four of my kids kasi nag-alis kami 2020, we only had 3 tapos in Sacramento +1. So it's great to be home.
Okay. Kasi kanina when off cam naiya si Jimmy because he'll be wearing his eyeglasses.
Pag nag-viewing ka lang.
Yung eyeglasses mo you started wearing when you started working sa Sacramento.
So funny story. Mga 2 years na, we were, kasi usually in the NBA, if you're on a road trip, pagtapos yung game, kain muna, the players will have their media, you change clothes, ligo, whatever, and then usually diretso sa airport, and then fly agad to whatever city. So when you pagpasok yung airplane, usually pag-upo, books on your computer, and then you try to do some work.
Yeah.
Because the next game is probably in the next day or two. So I think we were, I want to say maybe Brooklyn or New York or somewhere. Yeah. So we after the game, diretso tayo sa airport. So I get on the plane, we'll put the seat, and then pagbukas yung computer, parang I couldn't see anything. So blurry the screen. So siyempre I said, I've pagod na ako. So close the computer, go to sleep, and then next morning, I said, oh, I still have work to do. So open the computer again. Yeah. So blurry, your screen. I said, oh no. So after a few days, balik kami sa Sacramento. Tawag ko yung team doctor. I said, Doc, there's something wrong because I can't see the computer. I can't do my work. And then sure enough, went to visit the doctor and sabi niya, Coach, how old are you now? 46. And she just parang the look on her face was, sorry, Coach, I think you need reading glasses now. And so after that, tuloy na.
But the reading glasses was because of the work that you're doing for Sacramento.
Yes, kasi grabe yung video work when you're a player development coach. Kasi you're normally required to watch minimum 5 or 6 games of whichever team, of the opponent. And so, I mean, one scout, you'll probably be on the computer anywhere to 12, 15 hours.
Ooh.
And so, kahit early morning, minsan late at night. And so, siyempre, I think the eyesight begins to weaken a little bit. So,
at least you get paid doing that. Some people, they just play mobile games.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
They go blind for nothing.
That's true.
But how did you end up in Sacramento as a developmental coach?
So 2020, during the pandemic, obviously I was coaching sa ABL at the time, yung Alapag. So the season was cut short. I think that was probably April, March. Yeah, late March, early April. Wala na kasi they shut down.
Na.
Yeah, they locked down everything. And so naghintay kami for probably a few months, and then I think in July we decided it was primarily for 2 reasons. One, just to be closer to family, to be closer to my parents kasi diba, during the pandemic there was a lot of health stuff going on. And then number 2, dito sa Pilipinas, as in there was no sports at any level, diba? Elementary, high school, college, pro. And so yung isip ko is parang this might be the best time for me to not only be closer to family, but also try to see if I can get to the NBA. Kasi dati, that was 2020. In 2018, I spent yung summer with the Kings as like a guest coach. Kasi yung kaibigan ko si Vlade Divac, I called him, and not called, but I texted him and said, after yung second year sa ABL, talo kami sa semis. And so I reached out to him and asked, is there any opportunity with the Kings? Guy training camp, guy summer league, just to grow as a coach. And simply, I wasn't expecting a reply, but after an hour, hey Jimmy, great to hear you're coaching. Gusto mo, why don't you come to Sacramento and spend the summer with us? So
si Vlad yan?
Si Vlad.
Sabi niya, gusto mo?
Yeah. So, no, of course.
Yes.
No, in English.
Oh, okay.
English.
Vlad Divac. Gusto mo, Brad?
Yeah. So, so that was 2018. I spent the summer with Sacramento. So then, during my time there, I was with Coach Bobby Jackson, and we became really close during my time there. So, paglipat kami sa Southern California, end of 2020, I texted him and said, "Hey, Coach, I'm here in the States now. The family and I, we moved back."
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, I'm going to be the new head coach for our G League team. If you want, I'd love to have you here in Sacramento as my lead assistant." So, doing yung parang, getting my foot in the door.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so, of course, when he said that, I couldn't reply fast enough. Parang, and so June of 2021, I went ahead to Sacramento because we were getting ready for Summer League. And then the family followed early July, so probably 1 month. And then did Summer League that summer. I was officially hired for the G League team in Stockton for 2 years. And then after that, pasok si Coach Brown to Sacramento as the head coach. And then that was the blessing because after my second year sa G League, lipat si Coach Jackson sa Philadelphia to join Nick Nurse. And so at that time, I wasn't sure what the next move was going to be because he was the head coach. I wasn't sure. I didn't want to stay in the G League for the third year. I was hopeful that I would get an opportunity sa NBA, and then pagpasok si Coach Brown, nag-usap tayo, and after a few weeks, he said, I'm gonna move you to my staff.
Nice.
That's it.
Ang ganda.
So
NBA.
it was a blessing for sure. Kasi siyempre when paglipat kami 2020, there was no
guarantee.
But again, prayed about it and always hoped that I might get an opportunity. And after 2 years, doon na sa Sacramento
Ang
Kings.
galing. You don't know how much. I know you know how much Filipino fans of the game is so proud to see you there sa Sacramento Kings. And I think, I don't know kung tama yung research ko. I did a bit of research. On your first year, tumaas yung standing ng Sacramento.
Yes.
You guys really did well.
Oh, it was amazing. Kasi yung fan base of Sacramento is like the fan base of Gilas or the fan base of Ginebra. As in like sobrang ganda, sobrang like just like die hard, for the team. Kasi
fanatic.
Kasi walang pro sports teams in Sacramento except the Kings.
Oh, okay.
Except yung last 2 years, yung Oakland A's, pero it's just temporary lang kasi lipat sila sa Las Vegas. So it's really only the Sacramento Kings. And I mean, kahit, that year when we made the playoffs, I remember one of my best memories from Sacramento. So, game 1, first playoff appearance for Sacramento in, I think, close to 20 years. Grabe. The crowd there, there's only been one other moment or experience that I've had witnessing something like that. Our game against Korea. Like, as a coach in the NBA, pag enter sa arena, puno, as in
crowded.
To the rafters, all dressed in white, like Mall of Asia back in 2013, and like sobrang ingay, like
same energy.
You could just feel like the city had been waiting so long, and then we beat Golden State in game 1. So after the game, Coach Brown spoke to the team, and a great first win. It's a great way to start the series. Now we have to get ready for game 2. After the game, usually, like, everyone goes home, right?
Rest.
And then you rest and come back. Sabi ni Coach Brown, coaches, to my office. So there was a big office in the building. Kasi the practice facility and the coaches' offices, pagbaba sa elevator, diretso na, and then the arena's there. So parang just next door. So lahat yung coaching staff, we go to Coach Brown's office. He said, I want to watch the game. The game that we just played, that we just finished. He said, no, let's watch it as a staff. Nandun kami sa office ni Coach Brown till 2 a.m.
Oh.
If you open the thing in the window, at least 10,000 people outside. Sigawan, Kings, game 1 lang.
Yeah.
And it was such a cool moment kasi parang you could feel na the city had waited so long for a playoff. And then siyempre, Golden State. I mean, rivalry kasi they're only
close
2 hours from Sacramento. So being able to witness that, I said, oh my God, I said, if they only knew this is like Mall of Asia 2013 against Korea. So that was a special moment for sure.
Oh, nice.
For sure.
And now I know, like, because of Gilas, because of Filipinos being basketball fans, when you're there in Sacramento, I'm sure there are a lot of Filipino fans will approach you, have a photo with you. Does that make the players like, who's this? Like, is he a coach? Are they like questioning how come this guy is so popular than me?
I'm like celebrity.
You're like a celebrity there.
It's funny. Like my first year with Sacramento, simply I don't look the part, right? Especially the States. I'm the only Filipino aside from Coach Spo, and simply he's Coach Spo, right? Miami Heat, and so it takes time because it takes time, kilala yung ibang players and vice versa, and so you spend time with them, you build a relationship with them, and they'll say, well, hey coach, where did you play? Oh, once upon a time, I played in the Philippines. Oh, you played in the Philippines. Oh, how'd you do there? Did okay. We did good. And then it's social media, right? So then some of them start, I think, just out of curiosity, like who's this coach, on our staff? Then they do the research and they're like, they'll come back by on the next day like, hey coach, you said you just played in the Philippines. We saw some highlights, whatever. And so, it was kind of funny banter with the players, but without me having to tell them that I played and had success when I played here, the PBA and with Gilas, allowing them to find out, parang their respect for me changed because I never played in the NBA. And so when I would talk to the players, it always came from a perspective of, listen, I didn't play in the NBA, but I'm here to help. So whatever we watch on video, maybe from some of my own personal experience, whatever I can do to help you as a player so that you have success, even at the NBA level, then that's why I'm here. And so I think establishing yung respeto.
From the many achievements that you have also.
And so, but of course, again, I think in that way, social media can help because now they're on my social media. They're on my Instagram. Like, oh, coach, back in the day, you used to dunk. I'm like, maybe a little bit.
You fixed your eye.
So again, it's cool when they're the ones to kind of, I guess, do their homework and I'm not going there like, hey, I played in the team. But yeah, I mean, it was amazing experience for sure.
Because for sure, when when you're out with the players, people will ask photos from you.
Yes.
And except the players, right?
That first season, we'd be at the airport or, not the airport, but like at shoot around.
Yeah.
So, if the game's at 7 p.m., usually young player development coaches were on the court
early,
4 p.m.
Early, yeah.
And so you have yung mga fans who show up early and they watch the warm-up and siyempre, Filipinos there. Alapag! And they're like, coach, why are they calling you? I'm like, I don't know. Coach, can we have a picture? And they're like, coach, they want a picture with you? I'm like, they're just Filipino fans. Don't mind them.
Yeah.
But no, the support, it meant a lot.
Yeah.
I know the challenges that the family and I went through transitioning back from being here and then going back to the US. And, especially for yung asawa ko si LJ, going from having so much help here and then lipat to man. Now you don't have 3 kids. We end up having 4 and she carries a lot of the responsibility when I'm traveling. So, when you feel the love and support from our kababayans there, it's special for sure.
Yeah, nice.
Can you also describe the kind of work you do, like how heavy the work is? Or the reason why you ended up with this is the many videos that you do as when you scout, right?
Yes.
How many clips do you need in videos?
So, if you're doing a scout, so if you're a player development coach, you're assigned a certain number of scouts during the season. Some 20, 30, depende. So, for example, the Lakers. So, if Sacramento's playing the Lakers, it's my scout. So, you're in charge of writing out or typing out the report, and then you have to send it to the rest of the staff, the players. And yung style ni Coach Brown is, for each game, you have 3 offensive keys. Now, what can we do on offense against the Laker defense? And then defensively, what are our 3 keys to stop the Lakers with LeBron, Luka, Austin Reeves? So as you're doing the report, you have to watch a minimum of 5 games. So your last 5 games, the Lakers, whatever opponent, you have to watch the game. But you're watching the offense, you're watching the defense.
Yeah.
So as you're watching and you see parang, si LeBron, medyo bagal sa transition defense. Okay, well, you make note of that. Okay, well, let's make sure we're pushing the ball. Si Luka, parang, medyo mahilig siya sa defense. So, okay, well, ball reversal, whatever. So as you're writing down the notes, as you're watching the game, you have to clip that particular play to show, lakad si Luka on defense. Oh, si LeBron. Sempre always complaining to the referee. Okay, so you make all those clips, but it's for 5 games. Diba? And each game, 48 minutes. So stop. Okay, clip, change it, next, and watching the game. By the time you finish, you probably have 120 total clips in this yung tawag dyan is yung sorter. After you have the 120 clips, you have to pick. So you send that to the coaches, and then they'll say, "Okay, Jimmy, looks good. Pick your best 5 that you'll show to the team." So then you pick your 5, and then usually the morning of yung game, my shoot around tayo, that's when you'll present. And grabe, with Coach Brown, you better be
ready.
Yeah, you better be ready. Yung details, yung walang spelling errors sa notes on the video. Kasi he wants everything clean and everything sharp. You don't want to be in front of the team and it's like, oh, okay, so this first play, LeBron. Oh, God, it's sharp. Kasi you're not prepared. Oh, and anong tawag yung play yan? A 2. Oh, and he'll be sitting there just like because his style is yung attention to detail and whatever message or game plan we're giving to the players, kailangan clear, simple, and so that when they go on the court, there's no confusion or the game plan is clear. So a lot of work, but at the same time, you're in the NBA, diba? And every day I go into work, nandun si Russell Westbrook, hey Russ, hey Jimmy, or DeMar DeRozan, and siyempre sa games kasama yung kids namin. So if we're warming up before the game, I'm sure you guys see pictures, my 8-year-old or my oldest, nandun sila, they just sitting there, minsan on their phone, but they're able to share in that experience.
Moment,
Talo ka man ngayon, huwag kang susuko. Kasi sa basketball, lagi kang pwedeng bumawi. Marami ang hindi sasang-ayon. Dahil sa podcast na to, ipapaliwanag namin kung bakit tama kami at bakit kailangan mong marinig ito. Ang MPBL, hindi lang naruto. Drama, diskarte, at mga tanong na bibigyang kasagutan. Latest updates, mainit na balita, hot take sa mga issue on and off the court. Dito lang yan sa Rebanse. Kung may issue, may sagot. Kung may talo, may Rebanse. Powered by SportsPlus.
Special guest.
Yeah.
Special guest.
Future Gilas.
Okay. You stay with me. Look, relax.
Yeah.
Relax. It's okay. I'm right here. That's Dada's good friend. We used to play basketball.
How old? 3?
3. Oh, tangkad.
He's going to school na?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Sorry, boy.
Yeah.
I'm right here. You okay?
Bunso.
That's good.
Okay. It's funny that you were just talking about the family being there in the court.
Yeah.
And
that to me was part of the experience being so special because I'm doing what I love, right?
Yeah.
I mean, basketball has been a part of my life for so long, and to be able to be in the NBA, and then my kids are able to share in that experience. Sempre like some of the perks of being in the NBA. When the family goes there, lahat yung pagkain, it's free. So for my kids, they said they're all smaller, so they get their popcorn and their cookie, and they're like, "Oh, Dad, this is so cool." And then after the game, they see all the players. So that was one of the coolest parts about being in the NBA.
Nice.
For the last 3-4 years, they were able to experience it. My daughter met Steph Curry. My 8-year-old basketball player, he watched Steph Curry work out, and so those moments make it worth it.
Yeah.
So.
Was it hard for you to decide to come back home and give up the NBA coaching?
What's funny? When I spoke to my wife LJ about it, spoke to my parents and my yung kapatid ko, and told them, hey, I'm still talking to NBA teams, but there might be an opportunity back home.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't sure at the time, because I was still talking to
some other teams.
Some other teams and exploring another player development role. The only problem was, talking to the family. I was thinking, do I want to uproot the family and move to another state? It's gonna be another challenge for the kids, because I think it would be different if yung kids namin were older. But my oldest is 13, yung bunso namin is only 3.
Yeah.
So it's a delicate time, I think.
Yeah.
And I said, do I want to uproot the family and move to another city? And this past season in particular was the first time in the almost 6 years that I was in the NBA. When I would leave for a road trip, usually it's 5 days, minsan 10 days. This past season, we had 3 road trips, 12 days, 14.
Oh, long.
And so when I would leave,
Yeah.
my 8-year-old,
Sad.
like super sad. And, as I'm still a dad first, and it makes you think, what am I willing to do for my job if it's going to be risking yung
Family
connection
time.
and my
time.
family time? And so that became a big part of the discussion. And then siyempre, yung asawa ko, when I told her that there was an opportunity, she said, "Why, there's an opportunity?" She was ready.
She was already packing.
Yeah, she was. I'll tell you guys a funny story. She's gonna laugh when she sees this. So I got like the initial contract from from here, and so I called her. I said, "Hey, I got an email. Come upstairs so you can look at it."
Yeah.
And LJ has sacrificed a lot with me being in the NBA because, again, when I travel, she bears the responsibility of
full of load,
Raising the kids.
raising the kids, taking them to school, to practice, basketball, skateboard, gymnastics, dance, lahat. So when I told her, hey, there might be an opportunity, like, parang her eyes she started like floating across the room. And so when we got the initial, offer, I said, come upstairs. And she said, "What is this?" I said, "No, go read it." I said, "Listen, it's just the first one. We're still have some things to fix."
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, are you going to sign it?" I'm like, "No, not yet." And so I said, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
And so Alicia sa kwarto namin, and she's walking down the hallway. And you guys know that song, "I'm coming home." And I said, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, nothing. Don't mind me."
I'm coming home.
So, when we talked about it, that again, that became a big part of the decision, because knowing the opportunity to come back home, if I'm coaching here, whether I'm here with you guys or if I'm traveling with the team, then they'd just come with me.
Yeah.
Right.
Easy. Yeah.
In the NBA, parang Balyahan. Like I can't go to the team play and say, "Hey, can I bring my kids?" So that was a big part of it. And then also from the basketball perspective, I know what I've experienced, right? From yung times to G League, tapos yung last 3, 4 years sa NBA.
Yeah.
Grabe, yung just the whole experience to see on the daily experience, the players, the coaches, the
everything,
the detail and everything. Parang like every minute detail, from yung pagkain to the recovery to the practice to the medical. Like it is so detailed. Kasi every NBA team is looking for an edge. Who has the best recovery? Who eats the best food? Because you have guys who are making the type of money that you just don't see every day. And so to be around that was an amazing experience, and knowing what I saw, what I learned, to be able to pour that back into Philippine basketball.
Yep.
Parang yung feeling ko is na it's my opportunity to pay it forward.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. because I know how lucky I was. I played for almost 14 years. Kasama Sidel with Gilas for almost 10 years, and just thinking about all those memories and how much those memories and those experiences impacted my life, it just felt like it was the right time to come home. And so here we are.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah. That's one of the perks here. Now working in the Philippines, you can bring
absolutely.
Enjoy the perks. But yes, like what you said, you are now really valuable for the local game because of all the learnings you have experienced and that you will be able to share here.
Yeah.
We have a lot of OFWs, and that's what actually OFW does, is that they work there, they gather all of the experiences, and then when they come back home, they share the experience. You are our first OFW PBA player. Now you'll be sharing a lot of things to us, and we'll improve the game dramatically because of these things that you've learned in the NBA.
And you know, the last few weeks, right? So there were a handful of NBA teams. I think probably 7 or 8 that I was talking to. But then at the last minute, there were a couple of teams in Japan who were asking, "Oh, coach, would you be interested to come and coach as an assistant in the B League?"
Oh.
And so, I was actually in Los Angeles. We drove the week prior flying here. I went to Los Angeles to go see my dad to celebrate Father's Day. Okay. So, we had lunch there, and I'm talking to the family, and I said, "Oh, we're exploring the NBA. There might be an opportunity back home in the Philippines, but then Japan's calling, and there might be an opportunity as an assistant coach there." And it was so funny because my mom and dad, and then even LJ, were saying like, why are you going to go to Japan and show them everything you've learned when you can go back home? And I was like, that's a good point. I don't, and again, this isn't anything against, Japan basketball, but like we competed against Japan for so many years, on the national team. And so again, that was just, we talked about it, we prayed about it, and thinking like, if I'm going to go somewhere else with all the experience that I've had over the past few years, it makes sense to come home.
To come back home. Well, thank you, Jimmy. And also in Japan, you cannot bring the kids to work. So Philippines the best.
Yeah. So, and LJ wasn't going to allow it anyway, so it didn't matter.
But being there in the NBA, and you know what, Filipino basketball fans and also players, they really we're hopeful to have an NBA player, a full-blood Filipino.
Yeah.
Being there, seeing the players, what does it take for a local player to actually make it to the NBA? Do you see, when you were there, you were like, oh, we can
this guy can
Ranidel, 18-year-old Ranidel can be here, like, or 21.
Yeah. Or I think young Ranidel is and I'm not saying this because he's here, but I think if, say, Dale didn't go to St. Francis back then, and nowadays, college teams are looking for international prospects. If Dale would have gone to the US at 17,
maybe I'm 6'8". If I'm 6'8", maybe.
Yeah, and because I think in the NBA nowadays, the game, and you guys see it because we all watch the NBA. Yeah. The game is moving further from the basket, so you have to be able to shoot. But back in the day, in his prime, he could shoot. He can post up. He can handle the ball.
Now, Jimmy is enjoying it too much.
No. But I say that because I think with this new generation, that's what it's going to take.
Yeah.
The versatility to play on the perimeter, to have size. You can't. It's going to be extremely difficult for a small guard to make it to the NBA. But if you have a wing or a small forward, 6'6", 6'7", that has versatility in his game, can shoot, can go to the basket, is athletic,
smart,
tough.
Oh, tough.
I think there's a level of toughness that players need to have, because in the NBA, it's survival of the fittest. Those guys are elite for a reason. And so I mean I have no doubt that there'll be a Filipino player in the NBA soon, but just in terms of not just their talent, but I think the discipline with the training and all of it has to be at an elite level because siempre, if you're going to try to be the first Filipino, the players there will test that special player to see if they're worthy to be in the NBA. Because you see it all the time in the NBA. If they see a mismatch, if it's SGA, Anthony Edwards, if they have a new player come into the game, Pasuk Shah, rookie or 10-day contract. Yeah. Oh, everybody go move.
ISO
1-on-1. Oh, score, and sub out, done.
Yeah.
After 10 days,
no more.
Player such and such has been released.
Yeah.
And so it will take a lot, but again, I think us as Filipinos, we have a spirit and a toughness about us. It's just going to take an elite level of preparation together with talent. But I believe it can be done.
Yeah.
Well, you now here, you'll be able to help.
Yes, absolutely.
Develop these players. Yep. Because when we had some other players also here in the show, like the player from Isabela, he said, you will actually talk to the juniors, to the young players, like the junior national team players, and you will actually help them with their game and will give time to give advice to them. So that really helped them a lot. Like now they're playing pros, and then when we asked them about who guided you, I remember Jimmy approaching us.
I think Rivero.
Yeah, Richie Rivero.
Yeah.
So you have that effect on these guys when you talk to them.
It also shows how old we are now. Yes. Because bata sila, pero now they're all professionals.
Yeah, they're all professionals.
No, but again, I know for me, growing up in the States, coming to the Philippines back, 2002, 2003, coming home gave someone like me who was born to two Filipino parents an opportunity to not just fulfill a dream, but it also gave me an opportunity to learn what it meant to be Filipino, if that makes sense. Because growing up, we didn't really grow up in a big Filipino neighborhood. Pero yung values sa bahay namin, I mean,
Filipino.
Still Filipino. Yeah. But iba, once you're here, I think you're able to learn more about it. And then playing for Gilas, then you really feel the responsibility as an athlete, as a Filipino, because you're representing so many people, diba? And so when it came to talking to the younger players and trying to help them, I know, we had a lot of success in the PBA. We had success with Gilas, and that's the best way to pay it forward for the next generation, right? And that's why I'm excited now. And I told Sabico to the NLEX players, that's my goal now that I'm back home. I want to try to help you guys individually, but more importantly, us as a team and a family. And so we'll see.
Yeah, good luck.
Bago tayo magtuloy ng mas matinding kwentuhan, quick shoutout muna. Nasa Balyahan pa rin kayo with GB and RDO powered by SportsPlus, the official gaming partner ng Philippine Olympic Committee. Kung nag-e-enjoy kayo, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe para lagi kayong una sa matinding balyahan namin sa mga new episodes.
How special was the 2013 Gilas team? With you guys there.
Yeah, once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
Once in a lifetime experience. I mean, I look forward to getting all the guys together because it was.
Let's have dinner.
I mean, to say that group was special doesn't do it justice. Iba. It was. We had so many experiences together. Tough practices, ultra competitive practices, funny stories, traveling together. I mean, there's just so many, and all of it culminated in that game that night against Korea. It was, I think it was a culmination of an extremely talented group of players who had a very heartfelt, genuine love and respect for each individual's journey. Nice. If that makes sense. Because you would never think me and Jason and Dell and Bo Belga and Gary David and Gabe Norwood and young Junmar, L.A., Ping, Jeff Chan.
Yep.
We all learned that we had different stories that got us to PBA, got us to Gilas, but we were there together. And the traveling and getting your butt kicked when you go to these other countries during our training, it was all preparation for the Asian Championship. And parang when the tournament started, you could just feel, I think all of us knew we were ready.
Yeah.
And nice. And that night,
I agree.
That night, no way I would have bet my life on it. There was no way they were beating us that night. No way.
See? Very confident. See, Coach Jimmy.
Other than the 2013 Gilas team, you guys also shared 4 championships together. Tama? With TNT?
4 or 5?
4 ba or 5?
I think.
I was the team manager for 1, so 5.
Meron ba kayong special moment or yung special memory of Jimmy na gusto i-share, RDO? Like, yung time na magkasama kayo sa team?
I only remember when I first came in the TNT.
Oh, shoot. The trade from Air 21, right?
Yeah. Jimmy spoke to me, welcome to the team. Yeah. Just play your game. Yeah, he talked to me already. Because he's a leader. He born a leader. So, I feel at home already. Because we already played together in national team back in 2007.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I feel at home. And then some players welcome me. Harvey Curry, welcome to the team. And then
amboy ka na rin no?
Yeah, they're English.
I have to be amboy already. There's Harvey, there's Kelly.
Harvey always tell me, you're the missing piece, man. To win the championship.
Yeah. So, and was he correct?
Yes.
So
yes.
Oh yes.
Yes.
I saw Jimmy step up when we're down 3-2 in my first championship with TNT. Jimmy step up game 6 and game 7. So I cannot forget that. He really take over. Yeah, game 6, game 7 versus Alaska.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. So after that, I tried to fit in, especially the ball screen with Jimmy, pick and pop, pick and roll. And then when I post up, I kick out to Jimmy. So
I throw it back to
throw it back. He is very he will feed you the ball, but there's a time that we need points. He will take over. Yeah, those are the special. And outside that, he treat us to eat outside. Yeah, the whole team just to band and then talk, banding.
Makulit ba si Jimmy sa training or serious?
No. Jimmy is serious. He's 100%. He doesn't like sloppy practice. Yeah, he will stop the drill. He's the player, but he will stop the drill. Stop.
Okay.
And then start over. Then he will call the player.
What is the usually the play that he stops na, like when he sees
for example, we practice. You start off the practice, we have a drill, and then everybody's sloppy. He will stop it. And then there's a practice that we need a target and we cannot hit the target. He will not stop until we hit the target. Remember that? Huh?
I mean, young Jimmy was very, very competitive. So, No, but we had a special group, and but Del, tama what he's
Would
saying.
You be bringing that as a coach now to NLEX?
To a certain degree, but I think as you get older and you coach longer, you learn the balance between keeping the players accountable, but still building the relationship part. I think that's one of my biggest learning experiences in the States is see Coach Bobby Jackson, see Coach Mike Brown. We're so big on young development of the relationship from coach to player, and finding young balance. Because if I can talk to you on a personal level, the basketball part simply becomes easy, right? Because if you know I'm married, if you know I have 4 kids, if I know you're married, and then my wife knows your wife, or my kids have met your kids, parang it's
easy.
Iba yung dynamic as opposed to hi, and then
I don't know your background.
And that's what I feel like made us so successful, because we were, whether at TNT or Gilas, like we were really a family. Like we really enjoyed each other's company. Yung kwentuhan, yung whatever. Like it was really fun,
genuine.
But at the same time, pag start yung practice, like go hard to man. Ultra competitive. Imagine dati yung practice namin sa talking to ako, Jason, Ryan Reyes, Larry Fonachero, Ronadale, Harvey, Ali Peak, Jared Dillinger, like grabe, like the competition at practice, but afterward, kain tayo, kwentuhan. I mean, it was same, and it was the same environment with Gilas, because I'm Dale and I see LA, see Jason, see Jeff Chen, see Gary, super competitive yung practices.
Yep.
Pero afterward, sige, saan tayo kumain? And when you start to develop that type of parang yung chemistry and camaraderie, it's you give yourself a very, very special chance to achieve something great.
Different kind of edge.
Yes.
As a team.
Yeah.
So when you took the job now as a head coach, did you get to talk to the team? How was the team?
Yep.
I'm sure they were very much
excited.
very, very excited to see you coach them.
Yeah, I think yung first message para sila was just, I'm here to help. I want to do my best together with the staff to help the players. Help the players individually, and I think more importantly as a team. Because that's the thing about basketball. It's not parang wrestling or tennis. Ikaw lang. It's a team, and so developing and building relationships, making sure everyone's respectful and keeping everybody accountable, but still keeping the culture that, like Del said, I was very serious, but as you get older, you understand that you can be serious, but there should be a balance where you're still keeping yung joy that you had when you played as a kid, diba? Like when you weren't playing professionally and you're just playing outside. And I think, again, that was my message to the players. I'm here to help, and I want to take all lahat yung experiences, like everything that I've seen in the States, to try to help them. And so, so far so good, and we'll see.
Yeah.
Nakaka-excite.
Good luck in governorship.
No, nakaka-excite that when we watch PBA this season, Jimmy Alapag will be there on the court now again.
On the sideline.
On the sideline.
Not on the court.
As a coach. So maybe one day, maybe you can suit up again.
Play coach.
No chance.
Pero we'd like to thank you for the time, Jimmy. I know you just arrived also. I know you're trying to settle in, but I can't wait to see the photo of the 2013 Gilas having dinner. If you need a comedian to host the event,
this comedian.
I'll host. But
to
see the team back again with you there in one table, sharing stories and enjoying that time that you guys had back in 2013. Already a nice photo that to imagine. But to have you back, really, from all of the basketball fans, from the listeners of Balyahan. Welcome home. It's nice to see you again, Jimmy.
Yeah,
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
So,
Thank you.
Thank you for
we're so excited to see what you will be giving back to the
Thank you.
fans.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
thank you for coming back. Yeah.
Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, brother.
Kami patanong si RDO Ayun, nahiya kasi.
Yeah. English is limited.
Hey, my Tagalog is getting better.
Oo nga. You had us fooled that Vladi Divac is speaking in Tagalog.
English translation.
Thank you again, Jimmy.
Good to see you.
Good luck this coming Governor's Cup.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is that a threat? Because you're a TNT coach. Are you threatening the head coach of NLEX when you said, good luck? Good luck. I'll see you in the court.
You were still welcome with the talk and text.
You know what's funny now that I'm back coaching, especially sa NLEX team.
Yeah.
See Tony Samrad, he's I think he said year 12.
Yeah.
So I've been retired for 10 years. So once upon a time, when I was playing, he was still there. So, oh my God. it was just a further reminder that we're really old now.
Yeah.
But again, I'm looking forward to working with the guys.
We are all excited, Jimmy. You don't know how much excited we are to see you there.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Jim.
Game over pero di dito nagtatapos ang balyahan. Para sa non-stop sports content na kaabang-abang, visit sportsplus.ph now. Like, comment at subscribe na rin para ikaw ang unang makaalam sa mga bagong episodes. Kita-kits! The views and opinions expressed by the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of the platform. This podcast may contain mature themes and discussions. For full content and updates, visit sportsplus.ph. Gambling can be addictive. Know when to stop. For 21 years old and above only.